Welcome. Today we're wrapping up our series of weekly devotionals on a passage in Paul's letter to the Ephesians. I remember visiting a person years ago who was suffering from dementia and unfortunately suffering from some hallucinations. And this person actually thought that I was the devil. And it was a very sad experience. And while some people in the church have not been happy with me over the years, I would wager to guess they don't think I'm actually the devil. But that experience reminds me of how easy it is for us to demonize other people, to dehumanize other people, to see them as less than who they really are. And that is seemingly commonplace in our society. My wife and I attended a birthday party a couple of months ago, and I overheard a conversation. A woman there discovered that my wife and I belonged to a different political party than this woman, and she was cursing us out left and right and wondering why we were even at the party because of our political affiliations. And that's sad. But as Paul reminds us in verse 12, "For our struggle is not against enemies of blood and flesh, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers of this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places." What Paul is reminding us is that evil insinuates itself into our institutions, into our society, and sort of normalizes itself. And we see that in our society, that it's almost normal nowadays to hate people that don't agree with us, to demonize people who have differences of opinion. That seems to be a normal thing. The great Old Testament scholar Walter Brueggemann reminds us, though, that as Christians, we are called always to sort of proclaim and live into an alternative witness, a way of living that is alternative to the society in which we live. And not just that, but we are called by our actions and by our proclamation to impact the culture in which we live. It seems like a rather monumental task in the culture in which we presently live, to try to preach a gospel of peace and love and reconciliation in a culture in which hatred and demonization seem to be the normal standard of being. But we are reminded by Paul that as we engage in this struggle, that God goes with us, and the presence of Christ strengthens us for all of our struggles. Amen.